Erin was planning a trip for 2.5 months after she'd finished her final year of university through Egypt and Africa and to South America. Trip of a lifetime. She'd been waiting a long time to do it.
She was supposed to have been away for 2 months, all up. It's all very excited.
Oh, she's good. Ragdoll. Oh! What? What? What?
She's in the water! No! She's in the water!
She's okay.
Oh my god! Erin! Oh my god, who's gonna do something?
What about these guys?
I first found out that something had happened at 4:30 a.m. on New Year's Day. In fact, I thought it was one of my other 3 children asking for a lift home from a party. I listened to the recording on the answering machine and it was Erin, but she sounded really breathless. She was having trouble breathing.
Watching an Australian woman fall 364 feet and then the bungee cord snaps. She was jumping off the Victoria Falls Bridge in southern Africa. Now,
25 metres above the water, the unthinkable happened. Erin's bungee cord snapped, sending her plummeting head first into the crocodile-infested waters of the Zambezi River in Zimbabwe.
When I first saw the video, I was very, very shaken, to say the least. Couldn't actually believe that she was alive. That all the thoughts and emotions that go through you when you see someone that you know and care about, you know, even just as one of my customers, yeah, it was pretty horrific.
So my lungs, my chest were on fire. I was running out of oxygen. My vision started to go black from the outside in, and that's when I thought that I don't want to die. I eventually made my way over to the riverbank where some men came and pulled me out. They then put me on a stretcher and I eventually made my way up and into an ambulance where they took me to the local medical centre.
I tried to ring the hospital a number of times but I couldn't get through.
There was no power, they were short on staff.
The next thing I did was to Google the bridge that she jumped off and the hospital that she was in. And that was when I panicked.
This is Leanne calling from Cover-More Assistance. I'm one of the registered nurses. I'd like to know her diagnosis and what injuries she sustained, please.
I was black and blue all over. My lungs were full of blood and water.
Indication for aspiration pneumonia.
Does she have any other lung injury, any cracked ribs or pleural effusion?
Fracture, incomplete fracture.
Incomplete fracture, okay.
I was worried about the level of care that they could provide me with.
Do you have facilities to escalate care if she was to deteriorate?
No ventilator.
Okay,
So,
no ventilator. So you're happy for us to organise evacuation of Erin to our first location?
yeah, if that can be done.
Yeah, we're going to organise that and we'll keep you updated.
And that's when I got the call from Cover-More. And then I knew that somebody else was in control of it and they were going to get me out of there and get me to somewhere where I could get the treatment that I needed.
Cover-More has covered all of Erin's emergency treatment, her evacuation, all her pharmaceuticals, her follow-up visits with doctors. They covered my airfare. They've just covered everything that I could possibly imagine.
Cover-More took the stress and the worry and all that pressure off me. I didn't have to organise any of it. They took me up, they cared for me, and I knew that they were there with me from start to finish. Once my mum had realised that I didn't have travel insurance, she made me organise it.
I think with Erin, what probably got through and resonated with her was that the start to finish, service and care that Cover-More had from the time she actually woke up in the hospital, having her family support there as well as Cover-More, and then in the continued support, getting her home and getting her well, as opposed to an insurance company that may reimburse her for whatever costs she might have had while she was away. And that, I think, is my biggest concern for when my clients travel. I want them to have that sort of care, not just be able to get their money back if they need to, if something goes wrong. All of my customers are important to me, so knowing that they've got Cover-More taking care of them if something goes horribly wrong or even a little bit wrong while they're travelling is what's going to help me sleep at night.